Hispanics and Native Indians, we are one nation. We are one people. And we think that we're so separate. But when you go into history and you look at the history, you'll see that we are more like each other than what we think. We went through the same struggles, just in different time frames and time periods. We've had the same things happen to us, and we have always had one common enemy. And that one common enemy ain't one another. The one common enemy is the oppressor, is his society, is his women, children, and definitely the men. So today we're gonna talk about some of the black towns that have been destroyed. So we went into the things that happened with the native Indians. We went into things that happened with the Hispanic brothers and sisters and the Latino brothers and sisters. But now, we did one part on the massacres that happened to blacks. But you know what? This time we're gonna talk about the black towns that were destroyed. Okay, brother, go ahead and get into the segment. It says black towns destroyed. The first one should be the Tulsa race massacre. Yeah, you gotta scroll down a little bit right after the Seneca village. Go ahead.
This is Black Towns Destroyed. The Tulsa Race Massacre, aka Black Wall Street. The Tulsa Race Massacre was a violent white supremacist attack on the black community of Greenwood and Tulsa, Oklahoma, from May 31st to June 1st. In 1921, it devastated one of the nation's most prosperous African American neighborhoods, known as Black Wall Street, and remains among the deadliest episodes of racial violence in U.S. history.
Keep going. It said structures that were destroyed. How many buildings and homes were destroyed in the Tulsa Race Massacre?
Structures destroyed, approximately 1,200 homes, 32 blocks burned, 35 blocks burned, displaced residents, approximately 10,000.
See, in the Bible, it tells you to never trust your enemy, right?
Right.
Because just as iron rust, so does what? His wickedness. See, iron rusting don't just happen quickly. It happens over time. What did your oppressors show you right here when it came down to your people? In the Tulsa Race Massacre, they saw that, you know what? You black people, y'all got one of the most prominent places. Y'all had homes, y'all had banks, y'all had your own. They always wanted to be segregated from us. But then once we started striving and thriving in a area, that was us. Just for our people, what did they have to come do? They had to come destroy it. They had to come take it. Because your enemy cannot see you thriving ever. Because if you're thriving, what does that mean for them? They're missing out. It's not about them. It's not about what they have. So what do they have to come do? Steal, kill, and destroy. You had something, brother?
Come, sir. They tell us to pull ourselves up by the bootstrap. But when we up, what do they have to do? They kick us back down every time. Because they want us dependent on them.
Yep.
Because our independence is a threat to their society.
Perfect. That's perfectly said. If you ever want to see them scared, start having your own independence. Like the world that we're living in right now, if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians decide to come together and segregate ourselves from these oppressors, they are going to start panicking because they're not going to know what's next. They've been building cities off of the backs of us for so long. What do you think that they'll do if we decided we're no longer working for them. We're no longer putting our money into their businesses. We're no longer buying their fashions and buying their inventions, and we go back to what our inventions was. Because a lot of these inventions that you see out here in this world was off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the NASA programs and a lot of things that's in NASA was from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That refrigerator that you got in your house to keep your food cold, where did that come from? Black people. The 12 tribes of Israel are what's keeping this world running right now. And your oppressor, you know what he's trying to do right now? He's just using what we already made and trying to make it better. But he can't. What you got, brother?
Salaka, so I was just gonna say what you brought out is heavy, because blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we revolutionized this whole world.
Yeah.
Every nation, every society upon the face of the earth uses our inventions.
Yep.
The AC, the stoplight, Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? You like countertops? We invented that.
Yep.
Bars, everything. This whole place, we did everything. And yet we get no credit. Yet they call us low IQ.
Yeah.
But they have came up with nothing. The only thing that came up was the patent office to steal our inventions.
That's exactly what it is, brother. Do you know that there was a black inventor named Garrett Morgan that invented the gas mask? The same gas mask that they use against us when they want to sit here and throw that pepper spray and them bombs out there and the mustard gas and all that. But you're using an invention that was invented by a black person. Those, like he said, the street lights, black person. See, y'all hate us so much, but y'all love what we create. But y'all hated those people. Because what? They were thriving in that work, in their own place. That you know what you had to do? Come and destroy it. Brother, I want you to keep reading. Once you go ahead and keep reading down more. What was the next part of it?
Come. Destruction and casualties. White rioters, many deputized and armed by officials, burned churches, schools, and businesses block by block.
They did what?
Many deputized and armed by officials burned churches, schools, and businesses block by block.
See, this is the craziest thing. See, it says in the Bible, y'all get that precept for me. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. See, in the Bible, it tells you about your oppressors, man. It tells you that your oppressors will do whatever they can to unalive you and take from you. And they're not going to hold themselves guilty. No, they're going to say, I'm not guilty. Because, you know, there was a key word that he said. And I want to know if y'all heard that word like I heard that word. It said white rioters that were what? Many deputized. See, these people were told that it's okay for them to do this. Oppressors giving more oppressors power to destroy and pillage and unalive blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. What you got, brother? Did you get that precept for me?
Khan, sir. Come on, Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5 through 7. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
See, when the world is given unto the hands of your oppressors, they can slay you and hold themselves not guilty. They can sit here and take from you and nothing will be done to them because they're just following the will of their father, the government. And the government's father is what? The devil. the oppressor, the person who deceives, the person who takes, the person that unalives with no reason. That's what's happening here in this Tulsa race massacre. Keep reading. Go back to the Tulsa race massacre and keep reading what else happened. It already said that these white rioters were deputized and they were armed. So not only did you deputize them saying, you know what, it's okay for you to get this done, I'm going to arm you. I'm going to give you all the weapons that you need to destroy and do the job great. What you got, brother?
Salaki, sir, I've heard the word deputized before because this is a little known thing about what happened during the time of Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Did you know that oppressors were armed and deputized to keep the refugees backed up in New Orleans?
Yeah.
So they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And when they tried to leave, they blocked them in on both sides. They would shoot them dead if they seen them.
Brother, do you know that right now there's new deputized people called ICE?
Good night.
Ain't ICE deputized?
They are.
Didn't they start wearing the shield and the badge and all that, saying that they were deputized to try to get all the illegal immigrants, right?
Right.
Question. So why they ain't aiming towards them Chinese people that's here without paperwork? If they're deputized to get illegal immigrants, why they ain't going for them East Indians that ain't got no paperwork? But they're deputized. Why they ain't going for them Pakistanians? Why they ain't going for those people that we all saw the video of all them people hanging on the airplane to try to make it and get out of their land and come over here, right? The same people you blame for 9/11, you sat here and sent the plane over there to go save them. But ICE ain't targeting them. You know what they need to do? They need to put a definition of deputized. Deputized need to be only towards the people of color, the 12 tribes of Israel, because that's the only time I see anybody that's deputized. They're targeting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're never targeting Chinese people or Africans. They're never targeting East Indian people. They're only targeting our people, the people that we sit here and we were raised to hate or raised to go against. Those are the only people that's being targeted right now. And we don't understand that we are one people. It's true what the Bible says.
Right.
That our people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. And that lack of knowledge that we have for one another, the lack of knowledge to know that we are so connected, that the same thing that happened to the blacks happened to the Latinos and the Hispanics, and the same thing that happened to them happened to the Native Indians, and the same thing that happened to them happened to the Haitians and Jamaicans and the Colombians. If we would come together and start really getting this knowledge, we will understand why the Lord chose us to be a special people unto himself. And we will start seeing the curses that we are living because we are not following his laws, statutes, and commandments. His laws, statutes, and commandments were given unto us for wisdom. Those were our wisdom. That was our knowledge to be above everybody else. But what did we do with it? When we had the opportunity to hold on near and dear to it, what did we decide to do? Serve other gods, wood and stone that we never knew before. Because we started following these heathen nations, and these heathen nations knew as soon as we started following them, they got us. We no longer are protected by our God and our Father because we are not doing what he said do. And that's what we have to change. Our brothers is being massacred. They're being unalived at a mass rate. They're being locked in cages. And then you're looking at it in Black Wall Street, Black Wall Street was bombed and rioters was armed, unaliving black women, black men, black children. For what? Because they had their own place where they wanted to love on one another and be segregated the way that y'all wanted us to be segregated at first. Until y'all saw us thriving. Go ahead, you Grum. Keep reading.
Come. White rioters, many deputized and armed by officials, burned churches, schools, and businesses block by block. Airplanes were reported flying low and dropping incendiaries. National Guard units imposed martial law by June 1st, detaining over 6,000 black residents in makeshift camps. The American Red Cross provided emergency relief as the city and the state offered no aid to rebuild.
Do y'all understand what that just said? Do y'all understand what they decided to do to our black brothers and sisters and the children? Innocent people living in their own place, their own town, their own city, just having fun, thriving, were bombed. They said that they saw airplanes flying what? Flying low, dropping incendiary. You know what that is, right? Bombs. And it destroyed what? What all did it destroy?
Airplanes were reported flying low and dropping incendiaries. Burned churches, schools, and businesses.
Churches, schools, and businesses. We can't have our own businesses. Why? Because when you start a business, who wants to come take it? Shoot, you can't even go pray no more because what your oppressor wants to do what? Brother, the mass shootings that's been in churches, the mass unalivings that's been in churches, brother, is crazy. But you want to know something? Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we ain't got to deal with that. You want to know why? Because before you hit them doors, you get searched. You're not just coming up in here doing whatever you feel like it. See, the Lord is with us. But your oppressor looks for every opportunity. And see, this is why we don't allow them in here. Because you can never trust an oppressor. What you got, brother?
Salakin, if I may, one of my partners asked me, why ain't white people allowed in the school? You know what I'm saying? And I had to explain to him, have we not learned from Dylan Storm Roof? How every time we try to join together with these people, they abuse us. Being in America has been nothing but an abusive relationship to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. What do you have to do with that? You have to get out of there.
Right. That's the problem right here, man. We have to watch out for these type of people. We can't sit here and want to be hand in hand with these people because at the end of the day, though your hand join hand in hand with them, the sins of your oppressor, he still has to deal with the consequences. What you got, bro?
Salaki, so young man Mike checked in online, if I could.
Go ahead.
He said the Texas Rangers, which share the same name as the baseball organization, were created to terrorize black, Hispanic, and Native American in the region.
Brother, I appreciate that, brother, because that's what we've been talking about. Every time that we done sat here and brought up the different things that happened to the Hispanics, the Native Indians, it talked about the Texas Rangers. It talked about them. But see, we talking about not only the Texas Rangers, we're talking about just people that wasn't even, like, just talk about like Jimmy that's just coming off the street. Jimmy that was coming off the street because he hated you, got deputized and armed. This is what we're dealing with. You don't understand that your oppressors gang up on you because they see that, oh, we have one common enemy. the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So if you hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like I hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you can get deputized. That's how your oppressor sees it. If you go against your own, the oppressor would deputize you. I'm surprised that the Hispanic sister that had went on social media and said what she said. I'm surprised that sister ain't a part of ICE now. I'm surprised that they ain't deputized her and put her with ICE. I already know what you about to say. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Didn't they just find her drunk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that wasn't nothing but the Lord.
Hey, brother, you know you gotta watch what you say, and watch how you treat the 12 tribes of Israel, because the Lord is still with us, and the Lord still protects us, but He wants us to come back and follow His laws, statutes, and commandments. Is that it on that, you're growing?
Concert for that part.
Go to the cover up.
Come.
Right.
Cover up and rediscovery.
Mm-hmm.
Officials suppressed records, and the massacre faded from public history for decades.
It did what?
And the massacre faded from public history for decades.
Because your oppressors decide to suppress the records. Ain't that what's happening right now? Didn't Donald Trump decide that he was going to suppress some of the records and take some of the medals and awards that was given to black soldiers? Didn't Donald Trump decide that he wanted to do those? Did he want to do that? You see, the Bible says there ain't nothing new under the sun. The wickedness of your oppressor is showing itself again. It happened back then, and it's happening right now. So go ahead and keep reading. So they suppressed the records, and they also did what?
The massacre faded from public history for decades. Documents and newspaper reports vanished, and insurance claims by black victims were denied.
Understand this. Ain't that the same thing that happens right now? Do you know how many people from Katrina didn't never get the money that they were supposed to get? Do you know how many people that houses have flooded through these different hurricanes that we done had over the years? You know how many people were denied? But the people that were in the higher places ended up getting their money? Them insurance claims got pushed through pretty quickly. And these are the things that we deal with. It happened then, and it's happening now. Just like the news. How many times do you see that an unarmed black, Hispanic, or Native Indian will gun down on the news? Do y'all see that on the news, or do y'all see that on social media first? Because I know when you watch the news, I don't see it like that. The news, they pick and choose what they post on that news channel. You'll see it on social media because people are sharing the traumas now. Now, if somebody's recording stuff, they recording on live, or they're seeing it, so they're getting it. But look, back in the day, they could suppress all this thing. The news will only show which they want the news to show. And this is what we deal with. We deal with whatever they want us to see. Whatever they want us to see and deal with, that's what they show. That's what they bring to the forefront of your mind. What you got?
So, like, if I may, just imagine what we do not see. Just imagine the atrocities that occurred that were not recorded.
Now, like, what happened to the war? Exactly. We could go about any of the wars. What happened to the wars? You know, U.S., we was at war, right? They said it was the start, right? What happened? Do y'all hear about it in the news? Do y'all hear about anything going on right now? So it just we went from being at war to radio silent. Nothing brewing. Nothing's in the background. We ain't hearing about no ships being there, or we ain't hearing about the treaties or things being. What you got?
So like I said, I don't even hear them talking about the files no more.
No, you want to see them files ain't talked about no more. So now all of a sudden we done with the war. It's just like Big Brother and Little Brother had a conversation. Hey man, they talking about these files. Hey bro, hey, I'ma slap you. Then you gonna slap me. Then we gonna keep going back and forth until they worried about that. And then when they worried about breaking us up, then we gonna shift that to the background. Do y'all not see how these oppressors is playing these dirty games? Like they'll suppress whatever they want to suppress.
Right.
But they'll bring to the forefront anything that you do. So this is why we have to be careful. This is why we have to be more strategic in the things that we do and following the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. So that way, when the oppressor want to bring anything to light, it ain't nothing for him to sit here and gossip about. Go ahead and keep going, brother.
Come. Study did not begin until the 1990s, culminating in the 2000 State Commission report. That
Hold on. I want you to understand what you just said. Serious studies did not begin until the 1990s. Like, this was done in 1921, and studies were not even started until what?
60 years later.
Right. You don't see the problem with that? Keep going.
Come. Culminating in the 2000 State Commission report that confirmed official complicity and estimated 100 to 300 deaths. Excavations of suspected mass graves continue under the city of Tulsa supervision.
All these things that just happened to these people, and you telling me the studies wasn't even starting to be seriously done until what, 60 years later? And not only that, it said what? It says accumulating in the 2001 State Commission report that confirmed official complicity and estimates into 100 to 300 deaths. But then, if you looked up, it said the displaced residents was up to 10,000. What you got?
So, like, if I may just add on to what you're saying, they are still finding bodies till this day.
To this day. Deontay Wilder status. To this day. They still finding bodies. All these people were buried under the rubble. All these people were buried under things. And then you're telling us, oh, forget about it. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. It was just a little massacre. Forget about it. But 9/11, do you forget about 9/11? Do you forget? Do you forget, brother? Do you forget? Never forget. You never forget. Blacks, Hispanics, and Indians, never forget the atrocities that your oppressor has done against you.
Right.
Never forget the trauma and the hurt and the pain and the agony of your people that were destroyed by these oppressors. See, you forgetting these things is the reason why your oppressor can give you drugs. Is the reason why your oppressors can tell you to love them and you actually do it. You forgetting these things is the reason why we are still in hell. We know hell is a condition, but we're still in a lower state because we are trusting people that never deserved our trust. These same people that unalived your ancestors to the point where you still are finding bodies and bones. If they go back to that, I'm telling you, if they go back to that land and actually dig deep and try to dig it up, you know what they'll find? They'll find over 300 people that's down there. You know, they want to estimate between 100 and 300. Nah, go really go see, and don't try to suppress the count that you find. Is that it on that, brother?
Come, sir.
Let's go to the next one. That's just one of the many cities that was destroyed. The many towns that were destroyed. Salakia. Go ahead, go to the next one, brother.
Con. This is the Rosewood Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
The Rosewood Massacre was a racially motivated attack in January 1920 on the predominantly African-American town of Rosewood, Florida. White mobs destroyed nearly every building and killed several residents after a false accusation that a black man had assaulted a white woman in a nearby Sumner.
Brother, you got to watch out for them white tears. Our people got to watch out for them white tears, see. You saying that a massacre occurred because a woman falsely accused someone of doing something. A brother of color was falsely accused by a Caucasian woman, and a massacre happened behind it? You see what these white tears will do? But they don't care about our tears. They don't care about our people, because at the end of the day, it's about them. So the Rosewood Massacre started behind. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You know what you decide to do? Go into people's homes, drag them out, lynch them, set a blaze of fire to their home, and when they're running, trying to get to safety, oh, you shooting them down. And they call us thugs? They call us hooligans? They're the real hooligans. They're the real thugs. They're sitting here unaliving our people based off of an accusation with no evidence. Keep reading.
Come. By January 7th, the town was razed. Its black population dispersed forever.
Brother, understand. It said it was raised. See, it wasn't raised up. It wasn't raised up to be better. No, this word, the definition of that word raised means to be hewed down, to be destroyed. All because somebody lied. We don't see a problem with that. But you want to be hand in hand with these people. You want to live in their society. You want to be just like them. Why? You don't think that this is the same thing that could happen right now? You don't think somebody else could lie and say that something happened and we deal with another Rosewood Massacre? Go ahead.
So like you said, they do lie. You see what happened with that brother that played, what's his name, in Marvel? What's that brother name? Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
He's a prime example. She lied on him, chased him down the block. He ran from her, and yet was still found guilty.
Brother, one of these days, our people are going to sit here and see this. And we're going to see what it is. And we're going to stop loving the oppressor and really love ourselves enough to, what? Depart away from them. See, we have been so trained and conditioned to love these people to the point where they can do no wrong against us and we turn our backs on them. They can't do no wrong. In the society, in the world that we live in, we've been trained by these churches to love our oppressors to the point of death. What you got?
If I may, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man deceive you by any means.
Yep.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that men of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Brother, do you not understand that they are showing themselves? It's being revealed. See, but you know what? Our people don't see it as it being revealed.